Hello everyone, it is Jacob here with part 3 of Zero to Hero series on the Thea free Blasphemer. I'm running time mark 7 now. I just hit level 91. I hope that this video reached you before you hit level 91 because there is one important information that I forgot to mention in the last video. I'll just run one quick map to showcase how the build works now. Pretty much nothing happened. Nothing changed from the last video. You just run through everything and everything dies. I will show you some upgrades that you could focus on. I will also give you legendary items alternatives. And for the most part, yeah, simply run through a map and that's pretty much it. Should be okay up until time mark 7.2, and I believe I will be able to clear time mark 8 easily as well, but we will have to get there first. So there's a quick map example. For the skills, I will go through the skills first. Mind control, have enough energy now to put it to 6 link, so the last link would be shortened duration, or Reaping Agony. Try whichever nets you more damage and choose the one that nets you more damage. I like the shortened duration more because it basically gives you additional damage, while this only gives you extra source of reap. Once you have enough sources of reap, this falls off, while this scales all the other reap as well. So I like this one more, but depending on where you are at the build progression, Reaping Agony might be better for the time being. Then I'm running 2 Shadow Dashes. And you have 2 options here, either run 2 Shadow Dashes. If you do not feel like the movement helps you a lot, you can go for more damage if you are missing damage. And for more damage, you would swap in Starstalker and pretty much put the same supports as on Black Hole, so Preparation, Mass Effect, or Preparation, Multiple Projectiles, and Cooldown Reduction. So that would be the Starstalker setup, and if you would need more survivability, then you can go with Force Start and combine it with Defense Layers. So you would have on-demand, like 1 second energy shot regeneration right there. So that would be the defense setup. For start, defense layer, cooldown reduction, and possibly extended duration if you manage to have enough energy for that. I'm sticking up with the movement because clearing maps fast is the main focus at this stage of the build. The 4th skill would be Black Hole, because that nets you the most single target damage that you can get. It gives you pretty much 35% additional damage over time to enemies that are in the black hole. Compared to, and this goes with the Mass Effect, and compared to the Starstalker, which is better for clearing, that only gives you 30%. But that's that. And the last skill here, I'm still using Shadow Swamp, just extra source of damage over time, with activation menu motionless, so it gets triggered every time you blink or every time you use a Shadow Dash. This gets triggered through the motionless support. Reaping Agony, extra source of reap. Ground Divide, so it gives the Shadow Swamp extra charges, so it deals more damage. And then the last support is Grudge, just to be able to paralyze monsters that are cursed. Paralyze is like extra damage multiplier that you get on top of everything else, so that's there. For auras, I'm running 4 auras in this setup now, since I have enough level and I have enough reservation to be able to run 4 auras. If you are not able to run 4 auras, just swap one of them for Corrosion Focus and you should be good to go. Corrosion Focus would give you 13.5 additional erosion damage, depending on the plus skill levels you have on your gear. But my 4 auras, domain expansion is area of damage aura, supported by restraint, aura amp, and for now I still need to support it with increased area, because if I would remove it, one of the auras would just went down, because yeah, you simply need to balance this one yourself. Just make sure that you have some mana left. Your skills cost 0 mana, so should be good with 0 there. You just need to balance it out so you can run all 4. Second aura, spell amp, additional spell damage. Again, restraint, aura amp, increases the aura effect. Third aura, erosion amplification, that's additional erosion damage. And the fourth aura is deep pain, which is additional damage over time. And this one is reserved on life. And to be able to reserve it on life, you need to have a high level restraint, a high level seal conversion, and yeah, then some points in the seal reservation as well. So that would be the one reserved on life. Let's go over the talent tree now. Goddess of Deception, still running Forbidden Power. Focusing on persistent skill levels and additional damage here. And the leftover points that I'm getting, I will be putting into intelligence or some other points elsewhere in the tree. Psychic, Wave, Reap Purification. This tree stayed pretty much the same. I'm running a blur belt, so you need a source of blur, and in the tree you have 2 sources. It's either this one, so you have 5% chance to gain blur when reaping. Blur is up pretty much always with this one, even on bosses. Or the second source would be here in Goddess of Deception, 100% chance to gain blur on defeat. This one only works when mapping, when you are killing monsters actually. So I prefer this one because this one works on bosses as well. And then affliction effect wherever possible. The first tree would be Lich. I have a simple prism here that gives me extra intelligence. With prisms it's really hard to determine which, depending on what you get, you need to find a spot in the tree where you get the most value from it. So this one affects medium talents and gives them +5 intelligence. So I was trying to find a place in the tree where it could affect the most medium talents and give me the most value, and I believe that it would be this one. So I have medium talent here. That's the first line of every node. Micro talent, medium talent, and these ones are legendary, for example. So yeah, 15 intelligence from the prism. Just make sure that you are not putting the prism over a node that is core for your build. So for example, if I would put it here, I would lose the affliction effect and the skill cost. I would still get this +15, but I would lose this node entirely. So you just need to make sure that you are putting it on a node that you do not actually use or need for the build. That's that, plus skills. And here I have all the nodes for the mana seal compensation. With my energy, I would be able to put more supports into my auras, and that would let me get rid of these points. But sadly, I don't think that it is necessary for me for now to respec the points to get more damage, so I'm keeping them. And after level 91, or once you get level 91, you actually start spending Oblivion points for respecking. So yeah, on level 90, if you are still on level 90 or below, the respecking the points costs nothing, it's for free. But after you hit level 91, it starts costing these. How to get these? You need to farm Elixirs of Oblivion and actually use them, and those would give you these respect points here. So yeah, that's that. At this stage, if you are playing really early in the season, I would advise you to actually sell the Oblivion elixirs instead of spending them. So try to respec your character, or try to do larger respecs or broader respecs before hitting level 91. Basically, that would be the information. So yeah, that's the Lich tree. And the last tree here is Elementalist, where I'm running Focus for max channel stacks. And here I have more max channel stacks, Intelligence, and more Intelligence. Still running 1 point here. Not necessary, just put it elsewhere until later on in the build progression. For Statue of the God, I still did not get anything. I dropped this one, so you want to focus on Affliction Effect, plus skills, Reap Duration, Reap Cooldown. Whatever increases damage over time. Just buy the cheap ones first, because this multiply the damage as well, so you want to focus on them eventually as well. For hero memories, Intelligence, Energy Shield, Movement Speed with something useful. Once you start getting purple ones, if you level them to level 30, they will give you +1 trait level. So the blue ones only give you +1, while this one gives you +2, and that increases the level of these nodes. So you can see that there's level 2. And yeah, they basically increase the additional damage you get from them. All of them, depending on how high level you get. Once you get yellow ones, those will give you +3. I believe. Maybe the red ones. I'm not sure now. Yeah. And now for the gear. Some really cheap upgrades. Get this amulet, which costs with decently rolled curse like 10 FE. You just want to get higher level curse here, and nothing else really matters much. Should cost around 10 FEs, 10 to 15. What this like trigger level curse on hit lets you do is drop curse from your skill bar and put something else on it, which is really nice. Or it even allows you to run 2 curses if you have a source of additional curse somewhere else. Next item, Eternal Sea Fog, really cheap belt. Just buy whatever. Basically allows you, I was focusing on getting more defense and possibly less blur effect minus, but yeah, just get something with decent defense and resistances. That should be cheap. This belt will allow you to run faster through maps because blur gains like movement speed buff to it, and the belt also gives you some extra movement speed when you lose blur. You are not losing blur very often, but yeah, it's there. Basically, lets you clear maps faster. Rings, still the 2 that I had, both with Tenacity Blessing. If you would like to focus on upgrade here, you can craft tier 2 rare rings, which would give you Affliction Effect, Reaping Duration, some more damage and resistances. Yeah. Eventually upgrade for the next video once I will try to push to time mark 8. And for the unique boots I have here, for now, Fighting Stompers, those are channeling boots, so gives you movement speed and additional damage for channeled skills. Yeah, definitely upgradable. You can also make tier 2 boots that would be better than these and net you more resistances, or you could use some other options that I will show you in the next few minutes. And for the rare pieces, focus on Energy Shield bases, Helmet, Energy Shield, and resistances, Affliction Effect if you can get it. Armor, Energy Shield, resistances and Affliction Effect. And gloves, again, Energy Shield, resistances, Affliction Effect. That's pretty much it for tier 2. The only thing that you need to keep in mind for tier 2 items, if you want to craft them cheap, you want to get items that are item level 82 up to 85, because if you get an item that is item level 86, crafting it will start costing FEs, while 82 up to 85 only costs flame sense, so it is really cheap to craft these. So just make sure that the item has the right item level for you to be able to craft it for flame sand only. As for the rare pieces, I have tier 2 weapons as well. Main mods here would be damage over time, reap, either intelligence or energy shield, and then erosion damage, affliction, and reap duration. Pretty much the same on both. If you need more defense, if you have enough damage and you need more defense, just swap damage over time or intelligence for energy shield. That mod is here as well. Max energy shield. You can get like pretty much 700 energy shield if you get it on both, which would increase your energy shield a lot. Well, that's for the rare pieces, and now for the alternatives. Also, I will mention pack spirits in this video as well, if you have them. If not, just run something that gives you spell damage or damage over time. But for the best ones that you can run, Portrait of Fallen Saintess for extra erosion damage, then Abyssal King Soul for reaping cooldown recovery, and the third one would be Swaying Bonnie for max channel stacks. I do not have her, so alternatives for the third one would be either the Knight that I have there, that gives you extra source of reap and some reap damage multipliers, or another very useful one that you could use in any build. So if you are choosing which damage pact spirit to roll for Poisoned Omen, because she allows you to cast one additional curse. That speaks for itself. So this one would be another really nice alternative for the third pack spirit. If you don't have any legendaries, then you can just look for erosion damage. It would be these ones. Spell damage, like any of these, would actually make sense. Then you have persistence for damage over time. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. If you want to level up faster, there are pact spirits that increase the experience gained. So these ones, XP bonus is experience gained. And if you have high level and you are running low level maps, there's this mod XP balance that reduces the penalty that you get from the level difference from the monsters and location. And if you are running bosses and you just want to test them, you can run XP protection, and that if you get it to 100%, you basically do not lose experience when you die. So that's the possibility as well. These XP protection pets also gives you a lot of movement speed, like all three of them. I'm not sure which ones are they. You can see all of them give movement speed, even the blue one, one of the otters, also gives you movement speed, so you will run faster through maps as well. You will deal a lot less damage, but it will allow you to clear maps faster.
There once was a time.
And now for the alternatives. If you do not want to craft gear, you can either buy it on Marketplace. You just go to the Advanced tab. And for example, for weapons, you can go to Scepter, choose an item base, this one, item level 82 up to 85 to be able to craft tier 2 mods. I'm also looking for energy, like on the one-handed weapons and all the armor pieces but the chest armor. You want to look for 50 and up, because they can roll up to 61, and chest armor piece can roll up to 122 or something energy, I believe. So there you can look for energy like higher than 100 or something. But yeah, so you don't have to reroll the energy to be able to like put skills on, basically. And then you can start choosing the mods that you want on the items, or you can choose the option to add condition group and basically put all the useful mods here and look for items that have at least, for example, 4 here, and add it here like this, search for them, and buy something that goes up cheap, like under 10 FEs. You should be able to find some, yeah. So you can see there is one here for 8. So yeah, depending on how are you with FEs for now, and how are you able to farm FEs, you can buy cheap weapons here. Another thing that you can do on the mods, you can click on the selected mod that you added to the list. Click on it, then you select like then you can select like tier 2 and delete the max. And then you are basically looking for item that has at least tier 2 mod on it. Someone might make a mistake and put tier 1 items there. So put in the filter like this with no max value would allow you to snipe those items out from the marketplace for really cheap. Yeah, that's how I'm filtering. And you can do this with every piece. So this was weapon, for example, chest armor. You would do 100 energy, let's say. Item level the same. You just need to choose item base, and then you would add condition group with resistances, not base, or you can type prefix here, maybe uppercase. Yeah, like this. And you can choose the prefixes that you want on the item, so that intelligence is useful, and then you want the 2 energy shield mods, so I will not choose anything else here, I believe. Then or you can also use damage. And then suffixes, there you choose all 3 resistances. Elemental resistance is useful as well, aura effect, affliction, reap cooldown, reap duration, and then you set everything to like tier 3 and plus, or tier 2 and plus, depending on how much do you want to spend. Like this, you set it up on everything. You choose that you want to have at least 4 of these mods. Then on the armor, you know that you want to have energy shield mod on there, so you type energy or shield. Yeah, int chest, like this. Select the right base. We are looking for energy shield bases, so you need to select intelligence. And then you add the condition group. You can see I was looking for some, so I have it here. So resistance is damage, intelligence, affliction, reap duration, reap cooldown. And then as the 2 base mods here, you want energy shield, and that's prefixes, and you want gear energy shield and gear energy shield percentage. You put them to tier 2 as well, like this, and search, and you should be able to again find something under 10 FEs and straight buy it, or you can buy something that do not have all the mods, like for example you can choose only 2, and you can find maybe something cheaper that is not finished. Like there is something here for free, for free FEs, and you can buy it and finish the item yourself. Check the details, so you can see it has 1 tier 5 mod here. So you would be rerolling that for something higher. Yeah, that is also an option. You can find like not finished items here and finish them yourself for cheap. So yeah, that's how to buy rare items. And now for some unique or legendary alternatives. worth mentioning for helmet, Hecate's Vision. Only downside here, if you buy it uncorrupted, is that you can cast only one curse. So even if you would add the Poisoned Omen, you would not be able to use or to apply 2 curses. But this one would give you a lot of defense and offense as well. That is going for around 40 FEs. And for chest armor, some notable ones, a lot of energy shield on this one, for example. That's almost 2k energy shield here, costs almost nothing. So that's a cheap energy shield variant. Then this one is not bad either, but has almost no energy shield, so you would have lower energy shield base. And you also want to look for ones that gives you +1 to each of the blessings. So you click Filtered Search, and then you click this, this, and this. Put everything to 1. And then you try to search for those, and those are going for around 10 FEs as well. So yeah, you can also look for item level 80 plus, or look for energy 100 plus. 80 plus lets you roll the maximum amount of energy, or you can look for the energy value directly. Those are going for around 20 FEs, 15 FEs. So yeah, as a good damage option, but I would focus on the defense. I would prefer the defense more than the offense. So that's the Corrupted Bulwark would be the better option in my opinion here. Another good armor that you could buy would be this one, Void Embankment with high all stats roll. So that would give you more damage and some resistance as well. Yeah, those are armor alternatives. This one would net you less energy shield. So I believe Corrupted Bulwark would be the best one here. And if you would like to spend a lot more, then Twilight Vestment with higher roll on the energy shield charge speed. So you would want to filter for like maybe 5% plus on that one, like this. And those will be around 200 FEs, I believe, for now. So yeah, that is this one. Another option would be Undying Fate for auras. What else? These two pretty much. For gloves, Torturer's Touch, 280. I mean, there are no cheap gloves to use, but Torturer's Touch. Wings of Light. From the intelligence ones, these ones are decent, but you need to make sure that you have the same amount of blessings on each blessing. So maybe drop both of the rings for rare ones. Eterna Martyr for rip cooldown recovery. Also really nice option. Or Sage's Insight for extra damage. Yeah. And for boots, notable ones here would be King's Boon. Would net you more damage, but those are not cheap. Fighting Stompers. And what else is there? In Dex bases there are Felling Steps. Those would give you rip cooldown recovery for agility blessings. And Red King's Escape. A lot of movement speed and defense from these through deflection stacking. And for something really pricey, I mean, these are endgame. Or Valeries for defense and offense as well. But yeah, Red Kings are the most affordable ones and would net you a lot of movement speed, while these give you some movement speed and some damage as well. For trinkets, necklace, either this one or some false god skin with like double or triple intelligence roll. But I would go with the illusory ocean silk just because it is really cheap for the value it gives you. For the rings, you will want eventually to have one windbread convergence with +3 or 4 max channel stacks. For now I'm using these unholy prayers. Some well-rolled like blur effect chaotic ending, like double or triple blur effect chaotic ending is also a nice option. There are some other unique options as well, but for now tier 2 crafted rare ring would be the best value, I think, for time mark 7 and 8. And for belt, the best belt that you can get would be probably Dawnbreak with an intelligence roll, but those are not cheap. Light Hunter belt for defense would allow you to regenerate energy shield. This one for skill area is also nice. Or this one is what I have for the movement speed and clear speed, pretty much. And the top one would be Eternity, obviously, but yeah, that's endgame. Yeah, that's all the alternatives for now. I believe I gave you all the necessary information to progress to time mark 8 and profound. And yeah, I will hit you up with next video with like time mark 8 and time mark profound in the next video, maybe. Yeah, as I progress this and get more information on how to progress with mind control, because I haven't played mind control before, or at least not on Thea. So yeah, I believe I gave you all the information. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!